What's up, y'all? It's Evan. I'm back with another video. First things first, I gotta tell you that you are God. You are all that is. You are source. There's nothing that can stop you from experiencing what you desire besides you. You have to accept thoughts, ideas, beliefs that say you're not there for you not to experience that. Okay? Now, today we're reading Feeling is the Secret. All right, we're gonna get into the first chapter, Law and its Operation. Let's jump into it, okay? So it says the world and all within it is just conditioned consciousness objectified. Man's conditioned consciousness objectified. Consciousness is the cause as well as the substance of the entire world. So it is to consciousness that we must turn if we would discover the secret of creation. Knowledge of the law of consciousness and the method of operating this law will enable you to accomplish all your desire in life. Armed with a working knowledge of this law, you can build and maintain an ideal world. Consciousness is the one and only reality, not figuratively, but actually, okay? Because we don't actually see with our eyes and our senses. We process it within our minds, within consciousness. This reality may, for the sake of clarity, be likened unto a stream which is divided into two parts, the conscious and subconscious. In order to intelligently operate the law of consciousness, it is necessary to understand the relationship between the conscious and subconscious. The conscious is personal and selective. The subconscious is impersonal and non-selective. The conscious is the realm of effect. The subconscious is the realm of cause. These two aspects are the male and female divisions of consciousness. The conscious is male. The subconscious is female. The conscious generates ideas and impresses these ideas on the subconscious. The subconscious receives ideas and gives form and expression to them. Okay, so separation between the conscious and subconscious. The subconscious mind is what you have access to when you're transitioning into like a theta brainwave state. You're about to go to sleep, or you're in a trance, you're driving. This is why these are the best times to put new ideas in your head that will continue to repeat themselves and form your new identity. Because when you're in that state, the conscious mind cannot say that's not true, or it's not worried about how or anything like that. You know, the logic is not there. It's not awake. It's asleep right now. So that's when the best time is to basically imprint your mind and get those thoughts going, because we always having thoughts throughout the day. We're always having a certain identity that we're living from, and you can change that identity easily by when your brain is in that kind of like not really awake state, is in a passive state. That's when you can go in and just start affirming random stuff. Okay, by this law, first conceiving an idea and then impressing the idea conceived on the subconscious, all things evolve out of consciousness, and without this sequence there is not anything made that is made. The conscious impresses the subconscious, while the subconscious expresses all that is impressed upon it. The subconscious does not originate ideas, but accepts as true those which the conscious mind feels to be true, and in a way known only to itself objectifies the accepted ideas. Therefore, through his power to imagine and feel and his freedom to choose the idea he will entertain, man has control over creation. Control of the subconscious is accomplished through control of your ideas and feelings. Y'all, I was reading The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy, and he was talking about this man that he had a daughter that had like an ailment that she couldn't get rid of. I think it was like arthritis or something like that. It was really, really bad, right? And he said he would give his left arm to see her do better. They got in a car accident, a massive car accident, and his left arm came off. His arm, I don't know if it was left or right arm. His arm was torn off, all right? Torn off, right? His daughter gets healed of whatever she had in the car accident. There's no explaining how this happened, but just know that he said he would. And when he said it, he meant it. He felt it deep within himself. Look, I would give my arm to see her do better. I would give my arm to see her happy, to see her not in pain. And boom, it happened. The subconscious mind is so freaking powerful. We talk about the successes, but I don't think we talk enough about just how powerful it is to create the reality you don't like. So if it can do all of this with the reality you don't like, just imagine what it could do for you. Okay, remember that. Like, say they can't sleep, all these techniques, they're amazing, but remember, it's not the technique, it is you. Okay, once you decide who you are, you have no choice but to experience who you are. Okay, there isn't necessarily You don't necessarily have to focus a lot on affirmations or techniques to impress your subconscious mind. The main thing you have to do is decide, continuously decide. This is my experience. This is my experience. This is my experience. And regardless to if you think it's impressing the subconscious mind, or if it's just your decision, or if it's your soul, it doesn't matter. As long as you can choose your reality, you have no choice but to experience it, is what I'm trying to say, okay? So, because a lot of people go back and forth about whether or not the subconscious mind thing, and you have to repeat a bunch of affirmations, or if this technique or that, it doesn't matter. As long as you choose your reality, consciously decide, not mindlessly go through the world and accept things as true outside of you that you don't agree with. Choose what you want to experience. Choose your experience as if it's happening, has already happened, or whatever, okay? And you have no choice but to experience it. Let's keep going, okay? The mechanism of creation is hidden in the very depth of the subconscious, the female aspect or womb of creation. The subconscious transcends reason and is independent of induction. It contemplates a feeling as a fact existing within itself, and on this assumption proceeds to give expression to it. The creative process begins with an idea, and its cycle runs its course as a feeling and ends in volition to act. So once you impress your subconscious mind, you start to feel better. You start to feel like you're actually there. And then it pushes you to take certain actions. It pushes you to experience things in a certain way. Ideas are impressed on the subconscious through the medium of feeling. No idea can be impressed on the subconscious until it is felt. But once felt, be it good, bad, or indifferent, it must be expressed. Feeling is the one and only medium through which ideas are conveyed to the subconscious. Therefore, the man who does not control his feeling may easily impress the subconscious with undesirable states. By control of feeling is not meant restraint or suppression of your feeling, but rather the disciplining of self to imagine and entertain only such feeling as contributes to your happiness. Control of your feeling is all important to a full and happy life. Never entertain an undesirable feeling, nor think sympathetically about wrong in any shape or form. Do not dwell on the imperfection of yourself or others. To do so is to impress the subconscious with these limitations. Okay, so when he's talking about feeling, it's not necessarily emotion. It's not necessarily the same thing, but if you can go within your mind and say your affirmations and like feel deep within your soul, like just feel within you like this is true. That is what he's talking about. That's what's going to impress your subconscious mind. Now, emotionally charged thoughts, emotionally charged imaginal acts, those also impress your subconscious mind. Those also help you change your identity permanently. But the distinction I'm trying to make is that you don't need to focus on feeling good all the time. You need to focus on using every single emotion within yourself, not emotion, every single sense within yourself. See it, feel it, taste it, touch it, everything that has to do with your imaginal act, with the version of you that you're becoming. You need to feel it to be real. Feel it real. That's what he's talking about. Feel it to be real when you do your imaginal act, when you are in sex. Make it as real as possible within yourself so that there is no distinction between this is the fact that this is an imaginal act or this is real life. Okay, it needs to feel like real life whenever you do it. And if you can do that continuously, once you get what you want in reality, you'll look like, oh, I mean, I'm excited. I'm kind of happy, but I've been seeing this so much. I've been walking this path. I knew it was going to happen. You know, I'm used to this because I've been seeing it within myself so much, so frequently. Okay. So that's what he means. To feel it real is to use every single sense inside of you so well. Imagine it so well. Affirm it so well. Make it so big, make it so exaggerative, make it feel so real to where you have no choice but to experience it externally. Okay, so where was I at? To do so is to impress the subconscious with these limitations. What do you not want done unto you? Do you not feel that it is done unto you or another? What do you not want done unto you? Do you not feel that it is done unto you or another? This is the whole law of a full and happy life. Everything else is commentary. Okay, so this goes back to the fact that you are awareness. You are awareness. You're not your mind. You're not your body. You're not the 3D experience. You're not circumstances, right? So don't imagine, don't dwell on all of these other different things, because your awareness is creating your reality. Okay, the whole subconscious mind impression thing, like I said, that's not really like what you have to worry about. What you have to worry about is what your awareness is being placed on, what you're deciding things are in your reality. I know it can get kind of confusing because a lot of different teachers are saying a lot of different things, and I know a lot of people, they look at Neville Goddard, they also look at Joseph Murphy, they also look at, you know, all these other different people. So the most important thing is, whenever you're experiencing something, decide it's the way you want it to be. Decide it's exactly the way you want it to be. Even if there are people or things or, you know, other past experiences that have happened in your reality, decide it is the way you would have wanted it to be. Decide that they are the way that you want them to be, because to dwell on it, put it into your awareness, you are creating it for yourself or somebody else. So just only think of the pleasant things. Only think of the things you desire to experience. All right, it is that simple. It is literally that simple. Whatever I want to experience, whatever is good, whatever things are good to me, for other people, that's what I'm thinking about. And I will create an imaginal scene if there's something that I truly deeply want, and I will imagine it until I can't anymore. Okay, imagine it until you can't anymore. Affirm it until you can't anymore. Affirm it until you get that feeling, not necessarily an emotion, but the feeling that it is real. It's literally happening right now. And then the emotions will come, because you're literally in that experience right now. How would I not be in that experience if feeling the emotion as if I'm already there? You know, I just started affirming that everything worked out with this, let's just say, new job opportunity. Now I'm walking around, I'm feeling good. It's not necessarily the feeling I'm chasing, but it's that feeling of it being real in my reality that I've just established up here in the mental plane that is creating it. Okay, thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I trust that y'all took some valuable information away from this, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.